Good morning. Hello, everybody. Happy weekend. Happy spring. Let's get in here and have a cuppa together. Come on in. I finally got my computer to cooperate. So let me share. All right. Let's see if we got peas this morning. Thank you for jumping. I could not get my computer to cooperate. It did not like me this morning. But that's all right, because here I am, and let's go into our hearts. Hand on the heart center. Breathe in. Morning, Deirdre. Let's add joy into our heart. It's a great day to be. And add in some love. Bring somebody into your heart. Good morning, Andrea. Just touch your heart center. Say hello to the world. Hello to each other. And bring somebody into the heart. Peas jumping in. Dylan and Max, Linda, Kathy. All right, let's do those affirmations. I am enough. I am worthy. Miracles happen to me every day. Opportunities show up everywhere. I am a spark of the divine. I am light. I am love. And I love myself. Good, everybody. Morning, Annie 7. Happy Saturday. Happy springtime. Yay. We made it to spring. Mother Nature will get on board and will actually feel like it's springtime, because right now it's still a little chilly for this girl. I do not like the 60s weather. I'd rather have high 70s. That's my ideal. So I'm going to call that in today. I 376 of saying those affirmations together. Annie, I'm worthy, I am healthy, I am a miracle magnet. Those are wonderful affirmations to say every day. I'm a spark of light, sharing it out. Jennifer, good morning. Oh, Jen, I can't wait to see you later today. Oh, thank you, dear. Look, this is me not doing anything at all except washing my hair and letting it dry. And so, wow, I just said I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let it be what it's going to be. And that's what happened. Oh, Kelly, thank you. Thank you for yesterday, all of you P's that came in. But Kelly, it was so great to see you and get to put a face to a name. So now we know who we're talking to when we say good morning to you. So how y'all doing today? It's the seven. How do you like that? Starting year 7 as a P. Does Blue Jean wants recommended looking in the mirror and saying, I love times each day. It really felt profound before, and it has felt to start it up again. Well, I have another suggestion, something that I used to do when I had a mirror, when I had a bathroom, when I had a place. Um, you can take lipstick or a dry erase marker and draw a big heart where your face is going to be on the mirror. Well, it'll probably be different for you and Dylan. I don't know the difference in your height, but you can draw a heart and then mirror and say, I love you. It's a great day to have a great day. And aren't I beautiful? Then you see that face surrounded by love. I used to do that. I used to write affirmations on my mirror so that I saw those every time I walked in the bathroom. I want to try that one, or leave sticky notes everywhere. Thank you, Kathy Han. Good morning, Julie Kiss. Oh, Deirdre, it was wonderful seeing all of you P's that came in yesterday. I'm still on a high from that. What else we got? Kathy, I'm grateful to have to myself enough to visit my parents in Pittsburgh. This will be the first time they get to see their grandson, and he's up to 180 pounds. I can't imagine. Well, I'm so happy that Colin is doing well. So happy that everyone's getting good. So check in. What y'all doing today? Any plans Saturday? I am going to go visit some friends today that I haven't seen in a while. There's a dart tournament going on, the Shamrock, right here where I'll probably know just about everybody there. So Jen's coming. I'm going to get a hug and there that I haven't seen in a while. And it's a money tournament. It's competition. And yeah, this girl ain't going to go there. Not until I can throw those darts a little bit. Ricky says, Dylan left for work last night and Max and I have enjoyed a long night's slumber. He's still in bed again. And we all went for a wonderful spring hike yesterday, which is a couple of miles, and Max ran most of it. So he's getting some real good exercise with the change in the weather. I love that. Because I know it's been really messy lately with it kicking me off and glitching and sticking. Maybe everybody else can let us know if it's me or if it's just you. Thank you, Julie. And Deirdre says, today I'm sending love and light out into the ethers. It should land on most souls. I'm sure it will. I think it landed on me, Deirdre. Jennifer's not sure if she'll play either. Maybe we'll just play some rounds against each other, Jen, if we can find a board to do that with. And Kathy says, I hope there's some time for you to practice a bit. I think there will be. I think so. I'll try to get there a little bit early before competition begins, and maybe I can see if those darts can hit the dartboard. All right, so do we want story time this morning? Brookie says, it's a bit stuttery, but coming through overall. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the computer or if it's the connection. Good old Mercury retrograde doing her thing. I'm not sure what's happening, but anyway, I think I saw, hang on, my phone. It's not happy. All right, now the mic. So maybe it'll be a little bit better. Kathy, you read the story and were inspired by it. Good, thank you. And Deirdre says yes to story time. There you go, Jennifer, 2 or 3 or 4. Once we get started, I don't think we'll stop. Darlene, good morning. And it is glitching. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna read the story. Hopefully it'll behave while I do that. And the story is called For Heroes. Okay, here we go. A hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. That's a quote from Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve knew something about being a hero, and he also knew the heartbreak of struggle and overwhelming obstacles. As Superman, he could leap tall buildings and swoop into precarious situations to battle the villains. After a horrifying accident while riding a horse in a competition, his superpowers were proven to be only on screen. His neck was broken, leaving him paralyzed from the neck down. This did not deter his superhero energy, however, and he lived the rest of his life advocating for spinal cord research and treatment. Sometimes heroes do not wear a cape. They have a much bigger mission. I think of the people in my life that I admire and how they use their wounds for wisdom instead of wallowing in self-pity. My friend David Brett, he's a darter also. My friend David Brett lost his 16-year-old son to suicide in 2011 as a result of multiple concussions suffered on the football field, leaving him in excruciating pain and never receiving the proper diagnosis or post-concussion protocols. Afterward, David and his wife took action to advocate for those who suffered concussions and were still allowed to play football. They started the Daniel Brett Foundation and worked diligently to have a standardization of protocols for injured young athletes. Because of their perseverance and advocacy, the Florida concussion law was passed, barring young athletes who endure concussions from returning to practice or play until they are cleared by a physician. And I put a link in the article that will take you to his story and how people can get involved in the organization they set up, including a yearly walk to raise awareness. Tonight, I had the privilege of dining with new friends, Chris and Carla Sloan, in Miami. They lost their 7-year-old son, Calder, in 2014 incident. They have since started the Caleb and Calder Sloan Awesome Foundation, whose mission is to help disadvantaged children as well as children who are dealing with grief and loss. They also actively awareness in swimming pools or ungrounded wiring in underwater lights. And I included a link to their organization. Next is the story of Melanie Winter, a dear friend I met last year at one of my angel circles. Her 18-year-old son was killed in a tragic car accident in 2025. Following his death, Melanie decided to honor her son by taking action. She's currently on the docket of getting her bill passed, Florida Statute 316.1933, which requires testing involving death or serious bodily injury if a law enforcement officer has probable cause to believe the driver was under the influence. She's having a device with her son's name on it to break a car window from the inside, which includes a method of cutting the seatbelt loose. I carry one of these in my car, and I think of Melanie and the impact she's making in the world after this tragedy. A nonprofit organization in honor of her son, Aiden's Forever Impact. Her main goals are to raise awareness by emphasizing the dangers of reckless driving, not only by statistics, but by real stories of victims. And there's a link to the website for Aiden. These are just a few of the stories that I'm personally aware of into purpose. Today, in a discussion with my friend Ruth, we came across a phrase by Callista in her oracle card deck, the Female Archangels. It says, breaks lead to breakthroughs. Can somebody type that in the comments? Breaks lead to breakthroughs. It is certainly true for all these heartbreaking stories shared here. Dear angels, I know that we sometimes face unbearable pain through life's experiences, and it seems that those who face the biggest heartbreaks some by taking action. Is it our heartbreaking pain that drives the passionate desire to create change? Or is it us recognizing our divine destiny? Dear ones, some souls volunteer to come into the world for a minute to implement great change. They know before incarnation that theirs is a destiny far greater than simply coming into the world, having experiences, and growing old before leaving. We're not saying that there is anything wrong with that, just that some take on the difficult task that will lead to a greater cause. In each case that we did here, there was a need for something to be changed that would be of help to others in your world. In honoring a loved one in this way, you are acknowledging their sacrifice. They were all superheroes. They do not regret their actions or feel bad at what is referred to as a tragedy. Their life served a purpose and is making a difference. This is a great honor. Some volunteer to come to Earth as teachers, some as leaders, and some as influencers. You are all learning from each other. Many of you are stepping up as leaders in your world. Those with an influencer role are ones who understand the assignment. They have evolved as masters who chose to come in for a shorter time to make a great impact. Your grief for them is so deep because they showed you their beautiful hearts in the time you spent with them. They are pure, unconditional love, and that can never be destroyed. The legacies they leave behind are a testament to their dedication to creating a better world. The angels whisper, bright is the light that chooses the good of the whole over the easy road. That light can never be extinguished. So today, I promise to be a better human in my actions and always seek ways to be of service while I am in the world. I love that they brought this story forward. I love that they honor those who, for whatever reason, were here for a minute, and that minute made a huge impact. So this is just a small offering of people that recognize their superhero, that shared them with the whole world in a way that does make a difference. It does make an impact. All of these have implemented change. All of these are speaking out. They're advocating for something to be different that's going to make a difference in other people's lives. So I hope you enjoyed that and can resonate with that story time. And let's see what came in while that was being read, literally breaking the matrix that might be causing some tech problems. I believe so. And Kathy, you're heading out, so have a great day, Kathy. Catherine Kovacs, good morning to you. Sue, good morning. It is a fun group today. I'm so glad you're here. And Jen, you haven't thrown in a while? Well, I haven't thrown in almost a year, so we'll see how that goes. But we'll have fun with it, whatever happens, Jennifer. I'm there. I'm there for the party. We're just going to see what takes place today as we get together. Deirdre says, all your stories are meaningful and profound. Thank you, Deirdre. You know, I believe that Spirit places the people in our lives that we are meant to interact with. And each of these people I have met personally. I've hugged them. I know the heartbreak that's there in their heart. Remember, I used to have a podcast, the P podcast, and David Brett, a dear, dear, dear friend, was on that show with me to talk about his son, to talk about Daniel's legacy that was left behind. And it's just heartbreaking to think of the ones left behind when one of these superheroes has done what he or she, in this case it was all he's, has done what they're here to do, and then they're out of here. So I wrap my arms around anyone who has lost loved ones, no matter the age. All of these that we talked about in this story were young. They were only here for just that short minute of time. But wow, what a difference they made in the world, right? Okay, the Kuan Yin card is the strength of you. Are you doubting your ability to heal or recover? There's nothing that has fundamentally damaged your spirit, your will, or your heart, no matter how broken those parts of you may feel at times. They have only ever been broken to heal stronger. They have not been broken beyond repair and never will be. The strength of you. We do have an inner strength, an inner resolve that is remarkable. Deirdre says, I remember the first time I was to meet you in person. I was holding your star down right away and made me love you even more. Thank you, Deirdre. Thank you for those words. Yeah, I don't a super except super thing to be here and do what God wants me to do in this world, which is bring in more peace. That's my mission. That's my superhero mission in life. Shed love and light on the energy of bringing more peace into the world. All right, so what does yoga have to say on this 20th day of March and the first day of spring? Well, now we are talking about he put different topics in, or whoever put the book together. I know Yogananda didn't, maybe from guiding it from above, but whoever put this little book together did a great job of breaking it out into different topics. So this one is habits. It is not your passing inspirations or brilliant ideas so much as your mental habits that control your life. Wow. Our mental habits. Yeah. Realize that we are stuck in a rut, or we just continue to do the same thing over, not really stopping to say, maybe I could do that a little different. It's like taking a different road when you're going somewhere, when you're going out and about, or you're going on a trip, maybe take the back roads instead of taking the interstate. I've done that, and it's quite the experience when you can get off of that high energy, sometimes boring ride on an interstate because all you're looking at are other cars, and get off of that madhouse. Go to the back roads, see the people, see the animals, see some scenery, and it makes a difference. So, in your own life, where can you take a back road? Where can you do something a little out of the ordinary, out of your comfort zone, and just do it? That's what Yogananda is talking. Sometimes we do get into a habit. We just do it that way because maybe that's the way it's always been done, but it doesn't have to be. We can make a change, even if we're just sitting at home. We can make a change. All right. So, wow. I know this was a shorty today because, yep, I overslept again. I slept right through that alarm. But that's okay because we got to get together. We got to share with each other and hold each other and shine some light on something important in our world, making an impact. Even if it's smiling at somebody today or smiling at yourself in the mirror and saying, I do that. I encourage everyone that's here listening today. Smile at yourself in the mirror and watch yourself smile back, and then take that beautiful in throughout your day, throughout your weekend, and let's just lift up the world together. That does make an impact in the world because you're raising your vibration. You're influencing the collective energy. When you raise your frequency, then it adds to that collective pool of everybody on the planet who's emitting something. And Annie, you overslept this morning as well. It is divine timing. You know, I just go with the flow anymore. So if I sleep past 8 o'clock and I wake up, then I come on here and share with all of you because I don't, put that a different way. I very much dislike not starting my day with a dose of joy with my peas. It makes a big difference seeing you all, having you in my life, and together in love, holding each other and praying each other up. So Deirdre, thank you for sharing our beautiful prayer, our prayer for the world. And my mouse isn't cooperating, but there it goes. So we have prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, our children, the support for all families living with addiction, our troops, all countries, for me and my family, and any traveling peas. Thank you for that, Deirdre. I think our Jim Rashan has started on the road. Maybe. I'm trying to remember. Maybe he hasn't left yet, but Jim's going to travel down here to Florida. I get to see him soon and give him a big pea hug. So any other prayers that you would like to share, go ahead and type it in the comments. And Rookie, so grateful to be here with all of you this morning. I too overslept with after 8. Perfect timing for me. Thank you for the important messages today. Truly appreciated. Thank you for that, Brookie. Yeah, when I talk to these parents that have lost their loved ones, our little peas, all of these beautiful, Max and Grace, CJ, one of our first little peas. And I just think of the bright light they are in the world. If you watched yesterday's show or if you were on the Zoom call, you got to see our little Max. And what an amazing, and what a great job his parents are doing, Ricky and Dylan. And I pray that little guy grows up knowing love in a way that just makes an impact in the world, just his being. I'll have an update on Charlie. I actually did get to talk to him yesterday, and Charlie's doing well. He sounded great, as our Charlie usually does, and lots of laughter, lots of smiles as I was talking to him. He will be going, I believe, Monday for his 2-week checkup to see how his heart is doing and how what they did in surgery is doing with him. Oh, Brookie, I love that. Max tells so many people that he loves them. That is so beautiful. I just love it. One of my dear friends who is now in spirit, her name is Paula, has a son who is autistic, and we were riding together one day. She used to just come get me, and we'd go do whatever it was. It was going to be amazing. Jennifer, I love that you and Paula were so close. And Paula picked a day, and I don't remember what we did. We did just something. And her son was in the back seat, Hunter. And as Paula was dropping me off back home, I said goodbye to her, and I looked at Hunter in the back seat, and I said goodbye to him and smiled at him and told him I loved him. And Hunter said, I love you. And Paula was blown away because Hunter was very either non-communicative or didn't really make complete sentences. Anyway, it wasn't usual for him to say that to somebody that wasn't his people in his close circle. And that made me feel so good just to receive from him. And I knew that it was coming from his beautiful heart. So when a child says, I love you, I think that is so amazing that they are able to share that light that's inside of them with others in the world. So thank you so much, Brookie and Dylan, for the way you are raising Mac. And Brookie asked prayers for her friend Melissa, undergoing experimental chemo and eye surgery. And of course, keep lifting up our blue jean. We certainly do. And Max will say, I'm not a baby, I'm a big boy. Well, I guess we have to start calling him Big Boy Max, don't we? Instead of Sweet Baby Max. All right, so Brookie says, even complete strangers, and really catches them off guard and blows them away. It is amazing to have a child, especially a small child like Max, with his big energy, share life. That's so beautiful. I know he's making a big impact in our world. All right, so if Brandy was here, she would ask that we remember those, like my friend David, and those that suffer from dementia. If Sally were here, she'd ask us to remember those that are homeless, those that are out in the world feeling not seen and not heard, unloved. And I in the world that are maybe sleeping on the sidewalk or sitting. Contact. Give them a smile. in their life, because it does. It really makes an important difference. Let's pray for peace in our world, that those leaders who are making decisions every day go into their hearts and search for whatever right way and right decisions are going to be the best for the whole. All right, so let's breathe together. Take that collective breath, go into our hearts. We'll see up, up, up until we find that beauty place with the Creator who is right here in our hearts. In our mind's eye, let's see ourselves delivering these prayers. Any prayer that has been written, spoken, or held in our heart to shine out into the world. Prayers now to our Creator, to all of we ask that they be looked upon, seen, heard, and acknowledged. That Divine Mother wraps her arms around them, that Jesus touches each person who's in need of physical healing, emotional healing, mental healing, or spiritual healing. And we pray, Lord, that each of us finds that place inside of us where we can shine a light out from our divine spark that we hold inside of us. I pray for those who grieve over lost loved ones, that we're here in the world making an impact. And if we're here, we are making an impact. We came here for such a time as this. We came here on purpose. And thank you for guiding that purpose, for helping us to see it every day in our lives. We love you, we honor you, and we thank you for the love that you created us with. May we all shine our lights today and shine them brightly. Thank you. We Om Shanti, Om Peace, peace in our hearts, peace in our homes, and peace in our world. Amen. All right, are you ready for some Leo and Brookie? Because I know I am. Let me pull it up here so that we can hear together. Well, let's go into our hearts. Hand on your heart center. And slow down your breathing.
Higher and higher and higher, yeah. Beyond the clouds, past the sun, that's where we hide the power of the Spirit, guided by purpose, raising consciousness. Up, 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 we gonna raise the fire, high and high, till we touch the sky. We don't need no wings to fly. Up, 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 we gonna raise the fire, high and high. Set your intentions, we off to another dimension. Up, 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 we go, let love lead the way. Up, 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 we go, no time to hesitate. Up, up, we go, and it feels so good. Up, we go.
Let's breathe in love. And breathe that love out into the world.
There was a time
dimension. Up, up, up we go. Love lead the way. Up we go. No time to hesitate. Up we go. And it feels so good. Up we go. We going higher, higher, yeah. We going higher, higher, yeah. We going higher, higher, yeah.
We're going higher and higher and higher, yeah.
Up we go. Raise the vibe, higher, higher, to the sky. Going still fly. Up we go. And it feels so up we go.
Off to another dimension.
Going higher, higher we go.
Higher, yeah.
Going higher, higher we go.
Flying high, so high.
Going higher, higher we go.
We're going higher and higher and higher, yeah.
Higher, yeah.
Oh, big boy Max, we love you so much. I love all of you. Hope a wonderful, wonderful, amazing day. And I'll see you back here tomorrow afternoon for an afternoon cup of joy. I love you. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. And aloha. Bye for now.